Just popping in here real quick with y'all. See what's going on. Yo, when you check the live out, hit that like. I hope y'all can hear me good. No earbuds today. I'm out at a cafe here in got touched back down in Vietnam from Korea. But when y'all get up on here, hit the like, hit the subscribe, keep that algorithm pumping. It really does matter. So make sure y'all do that for me. Y'all also, I'm gonna be coming out with some more lives here in a minute. It's been a while since I've done anything because your boy's been busy. You know, getting it. We getting stuff done, building new things, creating new outcomes and options. So that's what's up. Let me hit these chat. Let's see. Let's do the live chat. If y'all get on the live, go ahead and throw a shout out so I know you in here with me. And hopefully, all right, that's what's up, CB in the house. And I don't have my readers on, so if I don't do your name right, sorry about Catfish Customs. That's what's going on. Sound like I can get some work done over there. What's up, everybody? What's up? Long time no see, no hear. I've been posting those community posts so that y'all could kind of see what's going on, where my mind is, what the vibe is, what the energy is. Can y'all hear me okay before I keep rambling? Can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure somebody put in the chat sounds good or not. Just let me know real quick before I keep going. I might be able to make some adjustments. Yeah, thank you so much. How's my sound? How's my sound going? Can y'all hear me okay? You're in and out. Okay. Let me see. Maybe make a little adjustment here. What about now? Is that any better on the sound quality? Okay, cool. That's good. Good to go there. Let me get set up here. Y'all got a lot of street noise. I'll let y'all see the street view real quick. What we be doing over here. There's a lot of cafe action going on. And a lot of motorbikes and stuff. A lot of people, a lot of noise, A lot of cafe action around here. So that's what's going on. That's why you get so much noise. Vietnamese people talk extremely loud, like this guy. This guy right here. He don't care nothing about me making a video. Nothing. Nuffing. Alright, so sounds are in. Yeah, it's all good. As long as y'all can hear me, we good. So I'm gonna get into it. Y'all posted this little title, which is probably a big title, right about now. De-dollarization, question mark, like what does that mean, right? So I'm gonna tell you, how I spit it. I'll bring you some facts, some opinion, and then my cure for the symptom. And you could use it or you just let it just go right over your head. It's all good. So check this out. So this de-dollarization thing, they playing with your money, right? Because of course they want to go to that digital currency, the CBCDs, central bank or DC, central bank digital currency, CBDC. All right. So of course they got to make people suffer. First, that's typically how they get down. They make some people suffer. Then when you cry uncle long enough, then they come in with the solution, right? The solution at that time will be like the savior. And the solution will be, oh, we got this new way to transact. Now mind you, I don't bring y'all the doom and gloom stuff. This is just the nitty gritty on, topics you're going to hear online and in the news cycles and all that stuff, de-dollarization. To the culmination of a lot of gambling and a lot of using resources in any kind of manner they feel like using it for, and then leaving it back on the people's backs. is how you end up in a situation where you at right now, where your actual dollar money still look the same, it just ain't buying as much. And that could, depending on what region you in, that could get worse as far as inflation is concerned. Because if America goes into a hyperinflation mode, you're gonna be paying like $40 for a cheeseburger that used to cost $3, $4 or whatever. So hyperinflation is not what you're gonna want to happen to your resources. And I'll get into some things you can do now to start manipulating things in your direction for the positive. Okay, that's the whole. So with all this doom and gloom stuff, it got to be some silver lining somewhere, right? Because all your fat cats, they getting fatter, and then all the skinny cats out here getting skinnier. So I don't really blend in with the fat cats too much, but I ain't trying to blend in with the skinny ones either. I'm gonna be right in the middle. So that's where our position. The only way somebody can get over on you militarily is to outflank you, outmaneuver you. Your finances are the same type of tactics. That's what's going on around you at all times. So you got to be up on that. And if you think in terms of military tactics as opposed to just having like a consumer-based mentality, you will fare better when the warfare comes down to casualty level. There's going to be a lot of woundeds. There's going to be a lot of people, ain't going to never get back up from the shot they take. They shooting bullets, without real bullets. Y'all need to know that. I've been telling y'all for a while, like the games they're playing are life debilitating games for street level folks like me and you. But for them, it's just another day at the office. It's just like the mob. It's just business. Ain't nothing personal. That's how they gonna tell you. So they don't think of those monsters. How could they do that? Don't even go there. Just know that that's how the cycle. That's how their processes work. They've always worked the same way. Ain't no different. You can go back 100 years and see how the wars played out. See how everything played out, and that's the same playbook they're using right now. It's just the graphics are different because you got a little bit better technology now. So the graphics on how it looks to you and me, media-wise, have changed, the optics, but the plan is still the same for them. Build something up, let everybody get sucked up in it, pull out all the resources, all the profits that everybody's sweated and worked for, pull that out from under you, and walk away with the bag. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody walked off with your bag. If you didn't know you had a bag, you do. Even if you don't know how to work the bag, the financial bag, you got a bag. So you got to actually pay attention to this stuff, or don't. You don't have to be sucked into it or drawn up into it so much so, but it will affect certain regions. When everything that's going to happen, whatever that is, I'm not going to make any sound assessment like on exactly what's going to happen like some of these other people do. I'm not going to ever tell y'all, oh, this is how it's going to work. 2 weeks from now, everybody's going to be wiped out. I think that stuff is a joke. I think them people work. They like agents spreading as much bad news and as much bad this, that, and the other as possible. What's up, C. Marie? Finally caught me, huh? All right, good. I'm glad you're here. C. Marie, moderator supreme. If Miss E jumps on here, both of them are the tag team duos of the channel. So you can't say nothing around here inappropriate unless you go through C. Marie or Miss E. All right, so they playing the same game. Learn about how they play the game. That way you don't get outflanked. Okay, so let's walk into de-dollarization, what's going on around the world real quick. So de-dollarization is the rest of the world coming off the dollar. The dollar's been the world reserve currency for last 70 years or so, something to that effect. Maybe longer, but at least 70 years. And so with the dollar being top dog, every currency has its day, just like every dog has its day. So once they over leverage and overspend and overdo everything and print more, they end up de-dollar. They actually bringing the value of the money down to close to nothing. But then they flip the script on people like me and you and say, "Oh, that's called inflation. Yeah, this is because y'all spent too much on your credit cards and y'all charged up too much debt, and so this is what happened." They want to put it back on me and you or anybody that uses their funds, especially the homeland where the funds come from or where that debt note comes from. They will flip it back on and say, "Oh, it's your fault. Y'all did this because y'all got too much debt." But just know, inflation means taxation. It means somebody's getting rid of their debt by taxing you for it down the road, or right now as you're paying higher prices. So the rest of the world, I think 50 nations so far. Somebody can fact check me too, because I don't do that. But I think around 50 nations so far have slid away from the dollar already. So with that being said, the more nations that stop using the dollar and start using something else like the yuan, which is now backed by gold, of course, and the dollar is backed by just the confidence of the people that are using it, which now that's waning around the world. Once that happens, you're gonna get a domino effect, and all of them dollars. There's countries out here just like saying, "No, we don't accept dollars no more." Literally, like you can't buy nothing with the dollar in their country. So what happens after a while? It take a while. It's not an overnight thing, y'all. Don't think that any of this stuff is like, oh, you're just gonna wake up one morning and then all of a sudden, boom. No, they controlling the implosion, floor by floor. They want to keep infrastructure together because that costs more to rebuild later. So they doing the implosion floor by floor, but they keep you occupied so that you thinking it's happening every day. Why? Why do they do that? Why do they send so many messages out there on the airwaves like it's about to happen any moment, any day now, blah, 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 blah? Because it keeps you in a step motion, like your foot is raised, but you don't know which direction to place your foot in. That's where they want. But why wouldn't you want your enemy there? They want you where you don't know how to make a decision, where you on pause all the time, where you just like, if I turn right, damned if I do, turn left, damned if I don't, kind of thinking. When what you need to be doing, here's part of the solution to all of this is, because I'm not going to get all technical on all the parameters of debt cycles and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude, just reporting some dude stuff. But what they want to do is get me and you stepping in directions where we don't know where our foot's going to land. And what you have to start doing is, like I've been telling you, write your own narrative for this life while you here. You ain't got much time on this rock. Neither do I. Any moment now, anything can happen. You never know. So the point I'm making is, you got to start designing your own templates for how you gonna step through this place instead of waiting on their next move. Do you know that when you wait on somebody else's move, you already got moved on? Militarily, when you're waiting for your adversary to make a move, unless you already got a plan to make your adversary fall in a trap that you done laid out for them, okay? You're actually, if that's you on the other end waiting for their moves, then you're just hanging out for their trap to catch you up in it. That's what's going on. So you must stop doing that. Stop thinking that way. Stop thinking you can't do anything. The only thing you need to control is how you move through this place. How you moving, okay? Don't think that everything is set in stone. Ain't nothing set in stone. I'm telling you. Ain't nothing. If you got control of what you can think, ain't nothing set in stone. Everything you think will solidify itself as you keep thinking the same things over and over again. You will make it a part of your environment, like I always say. So everything goes back to the thoughts. It has really nothing to do with de-dollarization. It really has nothing to do with stacking up, prepping. It really doesn't. It really has to do with What's your next move for you? What's your next thought? See, they can only control what you allow them to control based on what you think control is. Let that set in for a minute. Based on how you perceive controls is how they can end up controlling you. And usually that happens through constantly watching their media cycles tell you what's coming next and having you on the edge of your seat. And oh, this is happening. That's it. Oh, it's coming. Any moment now, the world's gonna end and blah blah blah. Y'all see, I still keep making moves. I don't care what they talking about. Some people say, well, you know, you got money or something. How do you think I get? I don't even call it money. Y'all know I call money options. How do I get my options? Right here. I stopped listening to all of their options that they were laying out, those traps for me, and I started narrating my own set of options. I started this years and years ago, so I've been putting it in for a minute, y'all. I always knew there was something to the mind, and until I read a book about the subconscious thoughts, that's when it all came together for me and how the subconscious actually works. I'll go into that on another live, but for the sake of the conversation, that's your primary weapon system for this third dimension. I'm gonna say it over and over and over again till y'all start practicing this thing and getting it down. Now, if you need some help with how to step 1, 2, 3 this thing with your thoughts, I can spit that on the next live. We'll go over this stuff. If that's what y'all want, start putting it in the comments right now. Like, yo, Major, do a live on how do you make that stuff happen? How do you manifest stuff in the real? Now, I'm not talking about go read the book, how to manifest stuff. I'm not talking about, because I read a lot of that stuff. And I can tell you where I stopped, where I wasn't able to proceed with the plans, and then where I figured out around what I was reading, how it applied to me. Manifesting anything is not a cookie cutter type of situation. Each person's parameters of thought are different. So you have to approach things differently for each person's, personality, so to speak. But this de-dollarization, and y'all know, I'll keep wiping my forehead and everything. It's a little warm over here, you know what I'm saying? We down here by the equator, like the equator's like probably right over my umbrella right here, so it's pretty hot. This is Nelly's song, All Day. It's getting hot in here, but I can't take off all my clothes because they'd probably grab me up and throw me in jail. But anyway, all of this stuff, the culmination of how they're plotting and planning for you to think and how to think and what to think about yourself and your situation. This is the whole plan. It's to set it up to where you do yourself in. Why would I want to come spend a bunch of resources to capture this enemy when I could just keep telling this enemy stuff over and over and over again? Y'all know what that's called, right? Brainwashing. Okay, y'all know they do that. So they're just doing it on a large scale right now, like 300 million people scale. At every day they brainwashing this side and that side. So the whole purpose of that is so when we divide so much, it's so easy to conquer. They're gonna conquer you with the finances because people aren't planning correctly or not able to apply any thought of what to do because you're so scared of what they about to do to you or what they gonna do and do this. You gotta get off that. You gotta get off of that. Look, whatever money you got, I don't care if you got $5. I don't care if you got $5 million. The game up here is still the same. Y'all don't think that, but I know that. I've been the $5 dude. I've been the $5 million dude. I know both places very well. I know what it's like to have to get knocked down all the way to the bottom and then be looking up to where you was before, which was still the bottom. I've been under the bottom before. So y'all ain't telling me nothing. I done lived this stuff. So that's why I can say with surety what I'm saying, it works. So done had to start over using a bucket and a rag and some water with some soap in it and go wash cars on the street before to get my hustle back up, to get some money back. So, man, look, started from the bottom, now I'm here. Nah, this the dude that done that several times over, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. But anyway, look, the thing you got to know is that your thoughts are what's driving your reality. Either your thoughts are going to drive your reality or they thoughts are going to drive your reality. So it's up to you to choose which route you want. If you don't like their route, why don't you start writing your own? I keep telling y'all the same stuff over and over and over again. I get different comments. I get all the religious stuff coming through. Yo, you know, I believe in this and I believe in that. Okay, well, if you believe in something, then you should look just like what you believe. You should look just every day you walk out, you roll out. You should look just like the thing you saying you believe. So if I tell y'all my visions are, you know, world travel, moving around freely as I want to, as I feel like I can, and that's where I'm at right now. So that's why y'all talking to me in a whole different country. So the only way I can make them moves is by performing what I just told you. There's no other way to do it but to do it. Okay? So if you got a worker mentality, all right, that's fine. I can use it. But you're going to have to change that in order to get this mental warfare stuff moving for your benefit. If you got a negative mindset, ain't no sense in even watching me right now, because this don't even make sense to you. If you in the middle right now trying to figure out, yo, there's something I'm missing, something I need to tweak, this is what you, the people that need to be listening. Okay, I don't care if it's just 2 people on here listening to this to get it. Y'all need to get it. You can share it with other people once you got it and let it spread like wildfire. But they hemming everybody up by mentally sabotaging you to sabotage yourself. Does that make sense? So, Richard Burton in the house, Ethiopian, my brother from Ethiopia over here. But yeah, you have to make sure that your mental game is okay. So look, step 1, I'm gonna tell you this, write it down if you want to remember. If you really want to get into this, let me tell you this real quick. When I started dealing with myself and getting more involved with me, my inner self, see, you need introspection. You need to go inspect your inner to see who you are and what you're capable of. If you don't know and you just here, you need to wake up, shake yourself, wake up. But first, I learned you have to deprogram all your negativity, because it's almost like you've been born with a plug-in to be negative. Right off the rip, you negative. It's easier to be negative than it is to be positive. And I've seen people look all crazy and got their head twisted this way and that way, because I'm walking down the street smiling and they looking at me like, what you smiling for? Ain't nothing to smile about. They angry because you happy. So it's easier to be negative than it is positive. Why? Because it's a program they already put into your parents, into their parents, so on and so forth. It's already been applied. So now all you do is move right into it. But once you know the difference between negativity and positivity, and you don't like how negativity feels, that's when you start doing something about it. Now, if you don't like how it feels, but you keep doing it, you know the definition of doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result. Y'all know what that is, right? Insanity. You insane. So if you keep getting the same outcomes from doing all the same stuff, but you don't like it, that's your problem. You need to change the whole program. You need to redesign who you is. You can be anybody you want to be. You're not even the person that you're supposed to be right now. I can tell like 95% of people are not even who they're supposed to be on this planet. Because up here, something says, I'm this or I'm that. And somebody else is typically the one who told you you're this or you're that. Can I get a hello there? Y'all know I like to say that from my guy, Ralph Smart. But so if y'all vibing with me, hit the likes. because I see 60 people on here and only 44 thumbs ups. So I need more thumbs upsies to let me know that I'm hitting a nerve, or talking in the right direction for you. If I'm not talking in the right direction for you, tough. You gotta go to another channel and get what you need. This is for people who need to hear this right now. So to create these things that you're wanting, you must first deprogram all of the bad stuff that's conflicting with any of the good stuff that you could ever try to want. This is why your prayers don't get answered, because your prayers are hindered by you. Ain't no devil making this, that. That's you. You can call yourself the devil if you want, or Satan. Satan is not even the right pronunciation. Satan. If you want to be that person, you probably are that person and just don't even realize that you're the person that's shortcutting yourself. And then most people go through this life never realizing that they are their problem. You're your own enemy. That's why slow the word down. In me. It's in me. It's in you. It's in me. In me. The in me. The in me person is the enemy of yourself. Okay? So once you realize you're the number one enemy of yourself, you got to go find your real self. You should be in search for who you is. You find out which tribe you came from. Find out what region you really came from. Whatever you need to do to find out who you is, that's what needs to be happening. So when you find out who the real you is, or at least get close, you will start to figure out that, one, somebody lied to you. Two, you're getting all the wrong results that you're currently, getting right now, if that's your case. And then three, dang, I just wasted a whole bunch of time. You really didn't waste no time. You experienced what you don't like. And if you experience what you don't like long enough, should cause you to want to change something. If you need to lose weight, you need to do all the changes necessary to lose weight. If you want to gain weight because you're too skinny, you need to do all the necessary stuff, and so on and so forth. I just pick on that because that's one that people battle with all the time. But listen, you got to understand before you can overstand something. So right now, if you understood or understand is a military term, which when you say you agree to, if someone asks you, do you understand, what they're actually doing is levying their authority over you, because you're standing under them, under their authority. So if you want to be in control of yourself a little better, never respond to, do you understand me? No, I really don't. I comprehend you, but I don't understand you. Because it's actually a maritime law word too, understanding. So that's a courtroom tactic. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And then you say the word yes, then you stand under the authority of. So you got a lot of work to do. You got to understand and then overstand what these words mean, some of these English words. And then you also have to start applying, authority to yourself, to your being, giving yourself back the authority that you've been giving up, if that makes sense. How do you do that? By waking up every day going, yo, I got the authority to think the thoughts I want to think, when I want to think them, and how I want to think them. So if I want to wear a purple and pink shirt today, doggone it, it's going to be a fly day, because I'm going to kick that purple and pink. And can't nobody tell me nothing. N-U-F-F-I-N-G. You got to be like that. You got to boss yourself. You got to be the boss of you. Stop being bossed so much. Stop being told what to do. Roll out on your own. This is, now some people going to say, yo, I got a job and I got to do this and I got to do. Hey, if that's what you want to be doing is jobbing, then keep jobbing. Well, I got to pay my bills, and if that's what you want to do, then keep doing the same thing, and that's all you're going to get. Forever and ever and ever, okay? So if you want a change financially, you're going to have to risk some things. My whole life since 17, I've been risking, I'm Las Vegas every day, okay? So you play long enough, you'll hit it. You'll hit it big, okay? You might lose something, and after you start grabbing the utility of what loss really is, loss is not loss. Loss is just building the building strong enough to sustain the growth for later. That's all loss is. It ain't even what you think it is. It's nothing close to what you think it is unless that's what you think it is. Okay? So I know I started off with the topic of de-dollarization, but that was all to show you that what they're doing is really it's mind warfare. Okay? You're gonna have to step it up in that area to program and brainwash yourself how you want life to be for you. Okay? Let them keep playing these games they keep playing, but just know that they're games. These games take casualties and just suck them into them, but you don't have to be a casualty. So what can you do? All right, start. This is the tough part. I'm not your financial advisor, but stuff that I've done, I'll buy other countries' currencies. You say, I don't know how to do all that, Major. Hey, you can get on PayPal. If you got a PayPal account, did you know you can change some of your PayPal money into other currencies? You can pay other currencies through PayPal. You can receive other currencies through PayPal. So purchasing some other currencies, go to your currency exchange spot in your state, country, city, wherever you at, and research some other currencies like the yuan and what's the Russian ruble, whatever it's called. You can research some of that, what they backing it with. You can buy some of that. You say, well, how's that supposed to work for me in America? Well, if the dollar did crash and the value plummets, wouldn't you want some of your hard work and the moments you spent attaining some of these resources to be in some other vehicle that could be used? Now, I could still purchase an airline ticket with another country's currency if I knew how to contact the airline in that country. Now, that same airline might fly in and out of America or your location, right? So as long as you got the money to pay and it's still of value to somebody, you can still purchase and buy things elsewhere if needed. It's not as easy as just going to the local Marshalls or the local Target and take your little paper and buy. So it's not that easy, but it's doable. Yeah, you can buy some gold. Okay, what does gold do? Well, it actually should retain some of your value of what you work hard for, and then when you need it, all you do is go sell some of it and get whatever currencies the going thing, or get more of it. But at least hyperinflation may not eat it up into zero, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be a person who changes their mind and says, yo, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm going to do it. 2, 3, you can buy some other kind of assets with your money. If you hold in any kind of money and savings, any money for everybody out there that's saving money, what you're doing is resourcefully losing money. You're losing it because it's getting eaten up by inflation. Every day it sits there. Your 401k gonna be like a $399k in a minute or $350k. You know what I'm saying? So you got to start making some decisions. Do I pull it out and get a penalty? Well, is the penalty less than losing 50% of the value? If so, pull it out and invest it somewhere else where your money can be moving. Stop being scared. It's just some paper that ain't worth nothing anyway. It's a debt note anyway. So you might as well, look, you might as well go ahead and try to flip it and try to turn it into something greater than what it is. Now, okay, I might lose everything I have, and then go get some more. That's all I can tell you. If that happens, go get some more. And don't sit around trying to plan all this out for the next 2 or 3 years. Some of y'all just, yeah, I'm gonna get into some of that cryptocurrency, some of that debt currency from the crypt. I'm gonna get into some of that gold and silver stuff, or I'm gonna buy some real estate. I'm gonna learn how to do it over the next 2 or 3 years. And you ain't got 2 or 3 years. You never had 2 or 3 years. You only got right now to make moves. Tomorrow ain't promised for nobody. Not me, not you, not anybody else. I kind of sounded kind of Denzelish right there. Not me, not you, not anyone else. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? There's no promise on your tomorrow. There's no promise on your next 5 minutes. There's no promise on your next lunch break. Ain't none of that guaranteed. You just assume it is with your daily routine. So you need to stop all that nonsense and start going ahead and parlaying whatever you have into something else, okay? Also, For those of you that say, oh, I ain't got a lot of money, I'm just barely making it. Well, if you got a cell phone and you watch YouTube every day and you got time to do that, you got time to hustle up and get some other funds coming in. You got to create streams of revenue. How can you do that? You can do small stuff. Start you something small and make it work, okay? Outside of your regular job. So I've had it to where I had 2 or 3 different businesses going at the same time. Well, none of them making no money at one point. And I'm still running around, but I kept pumping till that bad boy, one of them hit. You know what I'm saying? So life is like that. Suck it up. Stop complaining about stuff. Stop waiting on the Republican, Democrat, and all. Man, they just playing y'all like a $2 fiddle. They playing everybody. Stop all that nonsense. Get off them politics. Get off that. That's the demise of your democracy right there. Politics. So anyway, let me see some of these comments. See what's going on real quick. Yeah, Ben said, my biggest hurdle is myself. That's most of everybody, man. Once you get over yourself, past yourself, and start elevating yourself and your thoughts, and start creating a new environment around you just with your thoughts. Because even if the manifestation ain't actual physical money, see, this is where most people mess up with manifesting something. They go into it for all the wrong reasons. They go into it wanting this nice big car they seen somebody else with, or this nice big house, or this celebrity lifestyle kind of thing. That's not what it's about. It's about the freedom, having the freedom to not think what everybody else thinks, having the freedom to believe that you can create some of your realities. Okay, I didn't say 150%, but you are definitely the one in charge of whether you put your clothes on every morning or not, whether you go sip that coffee or stop at the drive-thru on your way to work and get you a McMuffin, a coffee, and a hash brown. That's you. You don't need to pray about that. You don't need to seek a higher power to find out if you're going to McDonald's or not that morning, or stop and get that pack of cigarettes, right? Or that cup of Joe on the way to work. That's you. You doing that. So if you can do all of that, you can transfer some of that energy into something else to get a better result. If y'all feel what I'm saying, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate that love offering, D. Hamilton. Appreciate that that exchange of energy right there, that option right there. So yeah, Ben, silver and gold is good. Other currencies are good. Y'all need to check on the dinar. Y'all can check on the yuan. Y'all can check on any country that's saying they're gonna back their money with gold, like the dollar used to be back before they took it off the gold standard. Then that would be a good haven for, retaining some of your, and y'all gotta stop being so fickle with your money, because it ain't your money. Never was. Your name ain't on it. Some other entity controls it. Somebody else decides if it's this value or that value. So only thing you need to think, the terms you need to think about money is options. Change it out with the word option. These are options for me and my family. I'm building options. I'm not building money. You can't build money, because all they got to do is click a couple of keys and change everything. I mean, and also just understand this. When your hand is tight, I know y'all heard this before, but when you got a tight, closed hand, and on the giving side, and I didn't say at your local church, that don't count. I'm talking about on the street. On the giving, I ain't talking about with your family either. I'm talking about total strangers that ain't got nothing to do with your thought about how they act or what they did to you last week, and I ain't gonna help them with nothing. No, I'm talking about total strangers. When your hand is closed tight like this, can't nothing get in there either. So don't dare try to manifest anything if your hand closed tight, because can't nothing get up in there anyway. You gotta think of, as it goes out, it's coming in. It's just a cycle effect. As my output on electricity goes out, that energy comes back to me and energizes me back. You got to be a top giver to be a top receiver. And I ain't say no church stuff. I'm talking about on the street, real life, reality. I ain't talking about giving it to an entity and then they decide where that money go. I'm talking about directly where it needs to be. And don't sit around, oh, I'm not gonna help this person because they look like a drug addict. I'm gonna give them some money and they're just gonna do some drugs. That ain't none of your business. The art of receiving is through the art of giving. When you give and then you feel the expression of what you want your manifestation to be while you're giving, this is how you ignite your actual manifestation process. So don't think that, see, you got to have, it's more than one thing you have to put in play to manifest things for yourself. I'll do a live about that. Now this time I'll write it down, the steps. That way y'all can write it down and we can go over some things. But you have time to do this if you start using time. Okay? Don't think you got all the time, but you do have time to get on this and ride this out. Like I've been telling y'all for months on end, your narrative, not their narrative. You need to have your narrative, okay? Your narrative should be how you want life to be, how you want your environment to be around you. And don't start off with all this big time Bentleys and jets and all that stuff, okay? Start off with, yo, I got an extra $10 in this week. Yo, that's what's happening. Be so excited and thankful. See, being grateful for stuff goes a long way. That's energy output. Okay? What you put out, you get back. Memorizing those great moments that week and then bringing up that same event that happened and then having the feelings and the emotions that of excitement or gratefulness or whatever you want to call it that you experienced that last week. You can keep replaying these instances over to yourself in a way that it won't take that much time at all to start manifesting stuff, because that's one of the secret ingredients to manifesting stuff is how you feel about what you're thinking while you're thinking it. If you're feeling crappy about a good thought, then you got a crappy good thought going on and you're going to have a crappy good kind of return. But if you're feeling jiggy with it 24/7, and trust me, you can't be positive 24/7. That ain't happening. Whatever positive moments you get in a day, you have to replay those back to yourself before you go to sleep at night. That's the time when, I forget if you're in beta or there's a certain frequency your brain is in right before you go to sleep and right after you wake up. And when you implant certain things into that frequency at that time, it actually causes your subconscious to not only memorize what you keep putting in, but it starts to follow the belief pattern that you're inputting in there. Once your subconscious starts believing what you put in there, and it knows that this is what you resolute on, it'll start creating the environment to be conducive to your thoughts. Not any other way. It don't happen no other kind of way. Your subconscious has a lot to do with it. But anyway, y'all been a great crowd. I'm gonna get off here. This live done. I was trying to get it done 30 minutes. We done went over. I'll get back with you guys in a hot second, and we'll go over some more stuff regarding what some of the things we could do. But instead of bringing up gold, silver, and invest in this, invest in that, I can't really get into that fully because your mind got to be right. You remember on Iron Man, he was like, "Get your mind right, Tony. Get your mind right." You got to have your mind right, because if you don't, you're just gonna have a lot of prepping materials. You're gonna have a lot of gold and silver. You're gonna have a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of currencies, and if your mind ain't right, as soon as something happen on the street, you ain't gonna know how to maneuver. And none of that stuff gonna make any difference to you. So, it's a package. They want you to be constantly buying, constantly scared, constantly trying to prep. And ain't nothing wrong with prepping. Y'all know that's how, for a long time I've been, that mindset. Now I'm prepping thoughts. That's at the heart of the physical prepping you think you're doing. Controlling your environment is more important than populating your environment with stuff that you got to toggle around in to try to figure out what you need to access. So if I got it all right here, I can access that instantaneously, as opposed to, yo, where did I put the box of Fruity Pebbles? I can't find it in this disaster situation. I need these Fruity Pebbles now. Okay? Them expired Fruity Pebbles. Y'all notice a lot of stuff you prepping be expiring, right? And then you like, dang, I gotta go buy some more. That's by design too. So anyway, I appreciate all of y'all. That's enough data for y'all to digest. I think, even though I'm all over the place, I think that's enough data. Y'all see where the seat of intellect really is with this thing. It's always gonna be your thought. You're the one that should be controlling how it's populated, what it's populated with, and how frequently you populate it with the stuff you need to populate it with, not some other entity. So make sure that's at the top of your prepping list. That's the top. That's the, wow, you in some little g godly thinking areas. That's the godly zone right there. That's your Christos. That's your Christos, the oil coming up to the top of the, see, we're gonna get into some other stuff at a different time. I can't get into this stuff because some people just ain't gonna get it, but we'll get into that liquid in your body that comes through your spinal cord, that goes up to your third eye, and ignites your environment and makes it conducive to, we'll get into that one on the next one. But that should be enough stuff for y'all to get headed in that area for your life, the correct area to respond to all of this stuff. I want y'all to be in a position where you're not responding anymore, you're dictating outcomes. Okay, as long as your body vehicle is good, we need to be dictating outcomes for ourselves, not responding to outcomes. Think about that. I'm dictating or I'm responding. I don't want to be responding to nothing. I don't want to be a emergency responder, okay? Because that means a disaster has already occurred. Now somebody's trying to come clean it up. I want to be dictating what the response will be for somebody else, but not for me. I'm going on to the next. All right? Yo, Mr. Greenwood. Yep, that's what's up. He's on that vibe. Mission and purpose. Christos oil, absolutely. Y'all remember that for the next one. I hope everybody, and hope is not the appropriate word. I know everybody that's listening is headed in the right direction. Y'all headed in the right direction. Just don't get too many right directions going at the same time, or you'll fall into the media trap of being focused on everything. Get this thing down to self. Be selfish, not selfless. You know what I'm saying? Be selfish. Oh, that's bad, Major. No, it's not. You're the most important person that you need to talk to at all times. And even if you say, nah, I talk to God first. Before you can talk to God, your God, the thought have to form here as to when to do that. So you're still in control of all of that without you even thinking it. All right, let me stop. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? Be that person. Be the one who's creating the outcome, not responding to them, okay? Don't matter what region you in, it don't matter what's going on. Now, if a F5 tornado just come suck you up in it, yeah, lights out. Get on to the next. You know, hope you left some great energy here that will move forward in eternity for you. But other than that, if a F5 don't hit you, if an earthquake don't open up the street and you don't fall in the hole, if the whole world don't blow up tomorrow like they're talking about, then get up and come out swinging. Come out smiling. Come out running through life how you want to run or jog or walk or crawl, whatever you got to do. Come out doing it your way. All right? I'm going to leave y'all with that right there. This is Major signing off for another kind of cool, sweaty, hot, steamy kind of video. And drop some comments when this video posts. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, because you know they're messing with stuff. Make sure you did that. And I'll holler at y'all on the next live coming soon. Thanks. C. Marie in the house. Appreciate you. I'll talk to y'all later, y'all. It's been a blast. And as usual, this is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace.